Hey guys, Angela here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be another story time. And in this story time, I'm doing something that it's taken a lot out of me to do, but I am going to tell you about and show you a physical insecurity that I spend a lot of time trying to camouflage. And it is my hair. It is the thinness of the middle of my hair and the story about that. I don't know if you notice in my YouTube videos, or if you follow me on Instagram, or even in pictures on my page, that I am strategically placed where you never see the back and or top, very top of my head. And that's because my hair is extremely thin, pretty see-through up there. And it's been like that since I was a little girl, and it is a huge insecurity of mine. And, you know, if people are uncouth, they make comments and they ask questions, and I just don't want to go through answering those. But, you know, I just, the other day I was filming a try on haul, and I had to edit out so much footage because the back of my head was showing too much for my comfort. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and address it publicly, and hopefully it'll stop people from making rude comments or asking a bunch of questions if they see it, because they already know what the deal is. And usually when stuff is caused by some type of medical something, people are less likely to be mean, even though we're talking about the internet. And so, you know, such is life. But anyway, so we're going to talk about my bout with scalp psoriasis and how it left me with extremely thinning hair in the middle of my head. So let's get started. So as I mentioned, my thinning hair is because of a medical issue. Back when I don't even know how old I was, but I was in the 6th grade. However old you are when you are in the 6th grade, I had a really bad case of scalp psoriasis. I'm talking about a scab on my scalp so thick that it could not be penetrated, not even with like a fine tooth, like a rat tail comb. You just could not get through the crust of the scab. And it was from the very crown of my head, or the top of my head, right to about mid back. And it, as I said, covered that entire space. All of the hair that was in that area was stuck under that scab, and you could not get to it. So before I actually had that really bad case of scalp psoriasis, I had issues with my scalp growing up. I always had really bad dandruff. I always had like a really smelly scalp. You know, when I was in school, I didn't get teased because I had 2 older sisters and 2 older brothers that didn't play that shit. So I never really got teased, but people would make comments about my hair stinking. Our mom would wash our hair once a week. She would wash it on Sundays, and then she would plait it up in a bunch of plaits, and that would be our hairstyle for the entire week, which, I mean, I understand there was 4 of us girls in the house, so it was just easiest to do it that way. But because I had such bad dandruff, and she used Blue Magic and all that other grease, after a few days, it would be smelly, but like, you know, she wasn't taking it down to redo it every other day. And so I would get comments about how smelly my scalp was and stuff like that when I was younger. But that was pretty much just the gist of my scalp problems. And as I said, once I got into 6th grade, I just woke up one day with this thick scab on my scalp, and it seems like it came out of nowhere. I don't really remember what happened leading up to it being like a full grown scab covering my head. But I don't know. I feel like I just woke up and it was there. And so my mom took me to the doctor. They gave me like medicated shampoo. It was supposed to like soften the scab so that you can like comb it out. It did not work. So for like 2 weeks, I walked around with just like a ponytail at the top of my head because I still had the hair around the perimeter of my head, and my hair is so thick. So it was enough hair to like cover the bald spot. And then one day my mom was just like, I cannot take it anymore. And I will never forget her laying me over that sink and wetting my head and literally taking a comb and digging the scab off of my scalp. Now, with the scab came the hair. And so not only did she comb all of the scab off, she combed all of the hair that was covered by the scab off of my scalp. which means I had a complete bald spot. Like it was all gone. There wasn't like fuzz. There wasn't a few follicles. I'm talking about Mr. Clean bald in the middle of my head. So I went on for the next, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 months wearing one ponytail on top of my head. My sister would would wrap pieces of weave around it and make cute little ponytails and things like that just to make me feel better. But walking around knowing that the middle of my hair was missing was just like traumatizing for me. As a young girl coming of age, I had just started like liking boys and being interested in boys and stuff like that. And so, I don't know, it was like pretty traumatic. And it did start growing back, but when it grew back, it did not grow back as thick as the rest of my hair. It grew back really fine, really thin, really fragile. Not all of the hair follicles grew back. Some of the follicles died, and so no hair has ever regrown in some areas. Lucky enough, it grew back thick enough where you can't really tell if I strategically part my hair a certain way, or if I, braid it a certain way, which is what I try to do now. Sometimes it's better. Sometimes it's thicker. Sometimes it just randomly thins out again. It's completely out of my control. Did not stop me from weaving it, braiding it, dyeing it, all of that when I was younger. I had a cousin that did hair. I had a short haircut a lot of the time during like junior high and high school, and she would curl it and she would like strategically funnel it to the side so you really couldn't see. So I had very mature hairstyles growing up, but it was just a way to sort of hide the fact that my hair was pretty thin. Like you could see straight through it. Even today, you could still see straight through it, which is why I have decided to mostly be natural, because when my hair is in its natural state, you cannot tell. When I have my short natural, or even just like my longer natural hair and I wear it in a wash and go or like a twist out or something like that, because my natural hair is so thick, it covers it. And so I'm just most comfortable when my hair is in its natural state, because I don't have to camouflage it in any way. But I'm a Black girl and we like to switch it up. I like to wear braids. I want to wear a weave, and so I make the sacrifice of it showing so that I can change my style up a little bit, but then I'm super insecure about it. So that's why you see me in hats a lot. Again, that's why you see me strategically placed in pictures. My head is to the left or right, to the right, or, back, or, my hand is up and covering it. And so I'm just, I'm tad. I would like to get a sew in, and I would like to straighten my hair, but anytime I straighten my hair, you can see the thinness. And so I've sort of been putting it off just because I've been a little bit insecure about it. So I'm hoping putting this video out is going to help with that. Additionally, as I've mentioned in a few videos before, I do also battle with a form of skin lupus, and it causes wingworm-like lesions. It's not a wingworm, but it looks like wingworms on my body. So usually with the type of lupus that I have, skin lupus that I have, it's mostly concentrated on your like legs. I don't know. I must have like some type of special strand, because it is everywhere. It's on my arm. As you can see, that mark there is a residual mark from some of the outbreaks that I have. My legs, my face, my back, my butt, it's pretty much everywhere. Thank God I haven't had a really bad breakout in a very, very, very long time. However, for whatever reason, it also affects my hair. So I lose the hair around the perimeter, mostly my eyebrows, my eyelashes. And so I struggle with hair loss just in general. I also still, have little bouts of psoriasis in my scalp. Sometimes I'll find some scabs or some sores, and I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. I got scabs in my head. My brows are falling out. My lashes are falling out. The perimeter of my head is falling out. And so hair, just in general, is a huge form of insecurity for me. So when I have people on Instagram that's like, you should just wear lash. Even some of my friends do it. And I know that they don't mean to be mean or rude, but I'm telling y'all that is a source of insecurity for me. So when you suggest that I wear more than mascara and I tell you I can't, it's really because I can't. Any form of glue, any form of anything like that will make me lose the little bit of eyelashes that I have. I don't get my brows threaded or anything like that because my skin irritates really easily. So when you make comments about my brows and my lashes and stuff like that, just know, that's a point of insecurity. You never know what people are going through. You need to watch what you say to people. But no, that is a point of insecurity for me. But as I said, I don't think that people mean to come off rude, mean to come off hurtful. But yeah, so I'm going to stop talking and I am going to turn around and I am going to just show you my head. And yeah, I'm just going to do it. I don't know what else to say. So here we go. So guys, that's it. That's what I have been hiding under weaves and strategically parted hair and hats and all of the things for the majority of my life. And I'm just tired of doing it. I mean, I'm not going to lie, like I'm going to just walk around with it proudly. Probably not. But if it just so happens to show in a video or in a story or something like that, I don't want to feel so insecure that I rush to like get rid of the footage or cut it out. I mean, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. It's, as I said, it's been like this my entire life. And so I just, I'm tired of, my neck hurt. My neck hurts. So there it is. That is the story time about probably one of my biggest insecurities. I know that we all have them. I know we do. If you have one and you don't mind sharing, please, let's talk about them in the comments. Let me know what's one of your biggest insecurities and ways in which you've broken your neck to try to cover them up or camouflage them. Talk to me in the comments. And that is going to conclude today's video. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my story time. If you did, make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. My handle is @Angela_BE. And I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye.